Hello, everybody. It's a daily report with Angry Tim. Hope everyone had a great New Year's. Um, Wrapping up 2024. Um, I found an article here out of Zero Hedge talking about the most satisfying cars versus the most reliable cars for 2024. Goes on to say, actually, let me show you the graphic here. So you can see on the top three there. So the most satisfying car, we have Rivian number one, BMW number two, and Tesla number three. And for most reliable, surprisingly, number one, Subaru, number two, Lexus, and number three, Toyota. So this graphic via visual capitalist Marcus Liu visualizes data from recent Consumer Reports surveys on car brand satisfaction and reliability. Rivian, BMW, and Tesla were the three most satisfying brands in 2024, but far from the most reliable. In terms of reliability, Japanese brands like Subaru, Lexus, and Toyota came out on top. A key takeaway from this data is that owner satisfaction isn't necessarily tied to reliability. For example, both EV brands in this survey, Tesla and Rivian, scored very highly in satisfaction but poorly in reliability. On the other hand, brands like Acura and Mazda rank highly in reliability but lower in satisfaction. So let me show you the worst car brands for 2024. Sorry for the wind here. So if you see on the bottom there, the worst three, number 22, Rivian, number 21, Cadillac, and number 20, GMC. So those were the least reliable brands. And as far as the least satisfying brands, you have number 22, you can see that there, Jeep, number 21, Volkswagen, and number 20, Nissan. So let me know what you think about that, or if you bought a car in 2024, let us know what brand it was, and I mean, it's still new, but has it been reliable? Have you had any issues where you have to take it to the dealer for repairs? And are you satisfied with that car? It seems like everyone has a Tesla nowadays, and they claim they're reliable, but according to this, it's one of the least reliable car brands out there. But people still love them. And you know, the boring cars, Subaru, Toyota, Lexus, some people call them grandpa cars, but well, not the Subaru, but the like Toyotas, for example, and Lexus. They're kind of like grandpa cars and grandma cars, but you know, they're boring, but they're reliable, I guess. You know, they're not exciting sports cars to drive around. They're tuned a little more conservatively, so they're more reliable. They last longer, but they're not as fast as all the other car brands. And another one I have here, this is coming out of McDonald's. It's they call it the decade of McFlation. This is another article out of Zero Hedge. It says fast food joints used to be the go-to choice for convenient, budget-friendly meals, but over the years, they've become increasingly tough on the wallet. One major franchise that has seen substantial price hikes over the last decade is none other than the Golden Arches McDonald's. So here we have a little picture of how prices have gone up in the last 10 years. So at the top here, you can see the McDouble went from $1.19 to $3.19. We have the McChicken. Look at that. In 2014, the McChicken was $1, and in 2024, it's $2.99. Here you have the quarter pound meal. Used to be $5.39, and now it's $11.99. Happy Meal used to be $2.99, and now it's $4.99. And we also have down here, if you can see that, we have the Big Mac went from $3.99 to $5.99. Now I can't verify this. I've seen some photos on I don't know if it was Instagram or Facebook, but they were showing not only have the prices gone up, but they have shrunken in size in the last 10 years as well. So I'm just curious if those are real photos. I mean, I don't know how you can do a side by side comparison from a hamburger 10 years ago, but maybe someone compared one to, like, something like maybe that a dollar bill next to a Big Mac, and if you can do that in 2024 of a dollar bill and a Big Mac, and maybe you can compare it that way. But have you noticed that the sizes of the hamburgers or the French fries or the drinks have been getting smaller along with the prices going up? Because they've been doing that in like grocery stores, cereal boxes, or when you buy like toilet paper from Costco, they call that shrinkflation. Instead of having a certain number of feet of toilet paper to roll, it's like 20% less, but maybe they kept the price the same, but they're giving you less and less of the product, or cereal boxes are getting smaller, right? The ounces of cereal you get in a box. So instead of, raising the price, they'll just lower the amount or shrink the box. So with fast food, it's kind of hard to tell, how big a hamburger was, long ago. But if you have any photos where you can kind of compare the two, or if you remember Big Macs or anything, any of the fast food hamburger sandwiches were bigger in the past, let me know in the comments below. But this is just kind of wrapping up 2024. We got the most reliable cars and the most satisfying cars. So usually the the more fun a car is to drive, right, the more it breaks down. So it's going to be a lot less reliable because you're going to be changing tires out every year. Your suspension's going to be getting worn out. You're going to be, the engine's going to need more oil changes and more maintenance, the faster you drive it. The boring cars with the smaller engine, they typically last forever, but they're kind of boring. They're economy cars, so they're not meant to go fast or be exciting to drive. So I guess there's a trade-off there. But the electric cars, yeah, they've had a lot of problems, and you see these accidents, and then they just start blowing up and catching on fire, or just charging them in your garage. Some of these electric cars just catch on fire, so that's really scary. But let me know what you think about all of this, what you know about the food sizes, cereal. Let me know if you have any photos or if you've seen that locally in your grocery stores as well. That's all I got for you today. I'll have more soon. Your friend, Angry Tim.